decide when you're really fighting at a fight. It happened when...
Hey there, fight fans, and welcome to the latest edition of Below the Belt Boxing. On tonight's card, punch-drunk and brain-damaged fighters that kept lacing the leather. The self-proclaimed face of boxing is known for his hard-hitting southpaw style. But going through the ranks, life hasn't been handed to Gervonta Davis. Tank spent many nights in the early stages of his career thrashing it out in the notorious Floyd Mayweather gym, doghouse sparring, where a single round could last over an hour. These factors are what contribute to Tank's suspected brain damage, also the age at which Gervonta started boxing. Studies have shown that boxers who start training at a young age are more likely to suffer brain damage than those who start later in life. This is because the brain is still developing in young children and is more vulnerable to injury from repeated blows to the head. Davis has been boxing since the young age of 7 and turning professional at 19. Tank has already shown the test of time. With his out-of-the-ring reflexes, slurred speech, and his inability to answer questions in a timely manner, Tank is potentially showing signs of early brain damage, or, in the boxing world, punch-drunk. The term punch-drunk entered the medical lexicon in 1928 when Dr. Harrison Martland first described this syndrome in the American Medical Association. He wrote, "Fans and promoters have recognized a peculiar condition occurring among prize fighters, which they speak of as punch-drunk. Fighters in the early symptoms are well recognized and are said by the fans to be cuckoo or goofy." He estimated that half of all veteran professional boxers from the 1920s had the condition. There are several factors that contribute to the development of brain damage in boxers, but the frequency and intensity of blows to the head are the leading cause. It has to be said that Gervonta Davis is looking to finish his career early on in life and retire at the age of around 30. One of the most notable cases of a brain-damaged boxer is Muhammad Ali, who was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 1984. The boxing legend had a long and successful career, but his repeated blows to the head caused irreversible damage to his brain, which led to his debilitating condition. Ali's case is a stark reminder of the dangers of boxing and the need for measures to protect boxers from such injuries. The sport of punching a man in the face for money has been around long before the days of Queensberry rules, but with punching comes considerable dangers. Boxing around the world and its fans and practitioners have grown in number over the years. However, the sport has been plagued with concerns over the health of boxers who suffered repeated blows to the head. Brain damage is a common outcome of such injuries, and it is a condition that has serious long-term consequences for the affected individuals. In 1984, and at the age of 42, Ali was just 3 years into retirement from boxing, was experiencing tremors, slowness of movement, slurred speech, and unexplained fatigue. Neurologist Stanley Fahn, MD, examined him at Columbia Presbyterian Medical Center and diagnosed Parkinsonism, the umbrella term for movement disorders including Parkinson's disease. The public announcement unleashed a flurry of questions. Had boxing really done this to the most graceful heavyweight champion of all time? In 1969, when Ali was in his prime, a British study that found 1 in 6 retired professional boxers suffered serious brain damage. Symptoms began to appear an average of 16 years after a fighter's career. Those who fought longer, beyond age 28, were at greater risk, as were those with a history of losing, especially by knockout. This would cement Ali in this category, with a professional career of over 21 years fighting at the top and retiring a week before his 40th birthday. Not to mention, an inventive style of the rope-a-dope, which would see Ali tire out his opponents from big hits and go in for the win. Notable champions have come and gone in the past, leaving the sport with conditions that would be life-changing. Yusuf Mack, who has shown clear signs of chronic traumatic encephalopathy.
Okay, I was like, I ain't hungry for it no more. I don't want to get hurt.
Okay.
Wilfred Benitez should have called it a day in his mid-20s, but continued to box on, and by the time he finally ended his career, he had suffered severe brain damage. and Michael Watson, who spent 38 days in a coma after being stopped by fellow Brit Chris Eubank and would see the rest of his life confined to a wheelchair. The consequences of brain damage in boxers are severe and long-lasting. Boxers with CTE can experience a range of physical, cognitive, and emotional symptoms that can significantly impair their quality of life. Some boxers may require around-the-clock care due to the severity of their symptoms, while others may struggle to maintain relationships or hold down a job. The 2008 Olympic bronze medalist Tony Jeffries spoke on the matter of how he dodged a bullet and got out early. He also spoke on the number of blows he took to the head. "I had 106 fights. I averaged 4 rounds a fight. That's 424 rounds. Let's say I got hit to the head an average of 7 times a round. That's 2,968 punches. If I sparred 10 times for each fight and each spar was 6 rounds, that's 6,360 rounds. 7 headshots every round makes 44,520 blows. It could be a little less or a little more, but 40,000 to 50,000 punches landed." We pay homage to all of the boxers on this channel. We hope all fighters who are still with us from this video aid the road to recovery. And for those who are not with us, we honor your sacrifices in the ring for our entertainment. If you've not done so already, give the like button a stiff jab. And if you're a genuine old school boxing fan, consider subscribing. Thank you for tuning in to Below the Belt Boxing, YouTube's newest boxing channel on the rise.